Hi. Hello. Hello, my name is Sarah. I'm 20 years old and I make content about autism here on YouTube. I have autism and ADHD. I also have celiac disease and anxiety, if you want to know that too. Yes, so I like to talk about that. We are in a different place. Do you see that? I'm home because that's where it's safe and that's where my mom can help me. So today we are going to talk about how did I figure out that I was not normal. So let's go. When I was little, I always had those thoughts of what if like my parents knew that it was something wrong with me and they didn't tell me. I had like a lot of anxiety about that actually, and I remember asking my mom about it and she said no. They didn't know and I didn't know, but I was like really afraid that everybody else saw something that I didn't. I'm sure that everybody has had some of those thoughts. If you have had those thoughts, please leave it in the comments. I would love to check it out and we can have a conversation. I want to say that I didn't know that I had autism, but I felt like something was different because it was something that I was missing that other people apparently saw. Later in the years, I realized in 7th grade that I had anxiety because I got panic attacks, and that started this whole thing about something explaining what I felt all along. When I got that and I figured out that, oh my god, I have anxiety, I have panic attacks, that explains so much. As the years went on, I felt like everybody else I talked to about anxiety and panic attacks didn't have the same experience as me at all. And I know that I've had panic attacks even now when I have my autism diagnosis, but at that time I thought I only had panic attacks. I had like a meltdown, right? And then I had those hyperventilating panic attacks, and those were very different. It didn't explain everything for me. So I went to my doctor. Because I needed that extra time and I needed that to focus and function. And I didn't understand then that that was kind of me coping with my autism. That's the thing as well. It physically hurts when I hear whistling. In some periods of my life, when everything is better, I can easier block it out, or not out really, but I can react like it doesn't matter. And in other periods, that whistling is so loud, it hurts. I don't know how to explain it really, but it's not a pleasant sound. And when I started talking about that on like high school, at the boarding school I went to, people thought it was really weird. Some people were like, oh, of course, we'll just tone it down, we'll try to not do it around you. And it was very nice. I'm so happy for you people who did that. But some people were like, haha, so funny, and they started like whistling in my ear and stuff. It wasn't because they wanted to be mean, right? It was only because they didn't understand, and when they understood it, they tried to not do it again. So that could lead to a lot of meltdowns and panic attacks because of that sound. And when I started understanding that this is not normal, and I was at like an ear doctor's place to check out if it was something with my ears, we had a brain scan to check out if it was something like if I had like cancer in my brain or something. It was nothing, and we didn't understand why. And that's when I started thinking, oh my god, what is it then? I had a psychologist. I was moving back to where I'm from. Then I couldn't stay with that psychologist, and she said that I will ask to check if you have autism. I was shocked. I did not think that was a thing. I didn't even realize that that was something, and I had all those thoughts in my head like everybody else has, like, oh, but I don't look autistic. Yeah, but I don't struggle in social situations. Everybody feels like this sometimes. And the reason for that is, of course, I've always been autistic and I didn't realize that people didn't feel that way or act this way like I do. When I came home, like to the boarding school, I was just crying because I'm going to be honest with you, I was just like, does this mean that everybody sees me differently? Is this thing that I felt when I was little, this fear that I was different from everybody else, is this real now? And my boyfriend said that you are still you. You're not any different because you figured it out. Does not mean that not everybody else knows you exactly like you've always been, right? It's just you're still you, and that doesn't change anything at all. And then I went home from boarding school and started with a new psychologist. She tested me for autism. You get points, and if you have over 60 points, you may have Asperger's syndrome if you have 60 points or over. And I scored 119 points. I really thought, and everybody I knew thought, maybe I was like 60, 65, 70. Your top score is, what is it, 250 or something? This is only from what I remember from what she said. But yeah, I think the top score was like 250, and to have autism you have to have 60, and I was like 119. It's very much likely that I have autism. This was a test to test if I should even be recommended for a neuropsychologist. And then I was sent to that guy. When I was done with my test, then I had a 1-hour conversation with him afterwards with my mom there because I didn't want to go alone. And my mom said that I was very good at just being myself, that I didn't like hide anything. He said like usually they have to like sit down and evaluate everything and see, is this even a reason, right? And he just said, yeah, when you get out of this room, you have autism and you have ADHD. I have no doubt about it. And remember, I did not seek this diagnosis. I look normal. I am good at speaking to other people. I was seen by 3 different professionals which told me that you probably have autism, and suddenly I saw that, oh shit, I am different and I am not normal. I was, in a way, I was really happy because, oh my god, I have my diagnosis, I can find friends who are similar to me, whatever. And in Norway, I haven't found anybody my age with my diagnosis at all, and it's not any Facebook sites or Twitter or anything that is in Norwegian. So I was really alone, but it's fine. And I'm so happy that I got my diagnosis. I would not be the one I am today. Now it's over a year ago since I got the official diagnosis, and it's over 3 years ago that they started pursuing that. And I'm so happy they did. Now I have this channel, I have YouTube friends, and I have different Facebook sites I am on, and people are autistic and understand those things about me that I didn't realize that other people didn't experience. This was not a very entertaining video, but I'm sorry. Oh my god. I wish I could just like do this and then get like my whole leg up. But this just looks stupid because I can't do that. Okay, but if you like this video, please give it a like, and if you like me, please subscribe. If you want to see more videos, click the bell button down below so you can get a notification whenever I upload. And I seriously want to thank you all for being here, and I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.
I'm done talking. This time I might go out with my friends, and I don't want your sad blue eyes.